I really liked that episode. I think that's the first episode this third of the season that I've really enjoyed. I'm trying to think. But I've been pretty underwhelmed in 11B, like all throughout. So I actually really enjoyed that. It went by so fast. Like, I thought it was just getting started and then it was over and I was like, wait, what? Like, I literally had to check the time to see if this was like a standard episode length because it felt like, you know, it was maybe 15, 20 minutes, you know? So I think that is a good sign because I was really interested. We'll see if they continue to do, if this, because this feels like a part one, so I'm curious if they're going to continue to do the time jump, but probably not. They probably were telling just the first half of this story, jumping time around, which normally The Walking Dead does not do well at all. That's one of my main complaints with The Walking Dead, is that they cannot tell, like, they just need to tell a linear story, because when they jump around and shit, it never works. But this actually worked really well. They're bringing in the right people, okay? So the Commonwealth bringing in Aaron and Gabriel is the right move. This is what Aaron used to do for Alexandria. He's the right person. And Gabriel as well is a good choice, especially because they're religious. Of course, we don't know what kind of religion, or maybe they did, I don't know. You know, they're a good team together, so it was the right move. But it really shows how much, what's his name, Hornsby doesn't know about Aaron and Gabe. Like, how the fact that he thought that they would just fall in line is kind of crazy, because no, of course they're not going to. So, but you know, the guy, whatever his name was, the main guy, he was so off-putting, and I guess he was meant to be, but it was just a really strange performance. But he did fool me, because when he was, you know, sniveling and begging on the ground, I was just like, oh, Jesus. And then he grabbed the gun and shot the guy, and I was like, what just happened? I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting it to go south, of course, and that the Commonwealth soldiers would come in and you know, shoot up the place. I was expecting that, but I wasn't expecting that turn from whatever his name was, the creepy guy. You know, seeing Negan was such a cool surprise. I wonder how much time has passed that he's, you know, established in this community. I love how he sent that kid directly to Maggie. Like, this is where you go. You need some help. This is where you go. I love that. I just find his relationship with Maggie so intriguing. And I feel like Negan really cared about Aaron and Gabriel and, like, wanted to save them. And I appreciate that. I also really enjoyed the dialogue in the episode in the beginning when Lydia and Maggie were talking. I liked the conversation because neither of them are wrong, and I always enjoy conversations or debates when both sides have a point, you know, when no one is wrong. It was really nice to see Lydia. Man, I just feel like every time we see her, she's crying. It sucks. I just feel so bad for her, and I want good things for her, but don't think she'll be going to the Commonwealth now. I think this would have played a little bit better if it was a huge shock that the Commonwealth, and this doesn't seem to be necessarily sanctioned by the Commonwealth, like by Milton, but this is like Hornsby's deal. I wonder how much she knows about what goes on, what he does. I think that if we as the audience didn't know that the Commonwealth was already pretty shady, that it would have been more effective because it would have been a shocker. But at the same time, I think, again, we, the audience, we're so used to every group that our people come across being bad that it really wouldn't be a shock for the Commonwealth. Like, even if they played the Commonwealth as like good guys and, you know, this was a good community to be a part of, nobody really would have been shocked by it, you know, turns out it turns out that they're the bad guys. I guess at this point, the subversion actually would have been if the Commonwealth was just a really good place filled with good people. That's the subversion at this point. But anyway, so yeah, and I do wonder how much time has passed because Gabriel seemed like he was in a really good place. And of course, that's all fucked up now. So anyway. When he said he was happy, I was like, ah, shit. He's about to die. Anyway, so no, I think that was a really good episode, and I'm actually really excited for the next one for the first time in, I think, 11B. So, cool. Okay. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.